important points to score good marks in examination. So let us go point by point. So the first point is make examination checking work easy by writing answers in sequence. Because if you write random answers, for example, question number 1, sub question number 2, then question number 2, sub question number 3, question number 3, sub question number 4, it becomes very difficult for the examination to locate the question and the related answer on which page, and it's get really difficult task for him. So please make his life and the checking work easy by writing the answers in sequence. If you don't know a particular answer, or you're thinking that that particular answer you will be writing later on, so please leave space accordingly, okay, based on the marks, so that you can write it later on. Then good handwriting is very important. If you don't have a good handwriting, that's fine. Now it's not the time to change your handwriting, but write it neatly. Okay, if you write it neatly, it will be very clear for reading. And please avoid cancellation. If you are confused, this will lead to more cancellation, so please be clear before writing. So please try to avoid cancellation, cutting. Draw the diagram neatly with pencil and proper labeling. Diagram without labeling is like a person without a name. So please, diagram should be accompanied with proper labelings, and also please write the name of the figure below the diagram. The question will come, it is very obvious that if you are writing a working of, for example, thermometer, so this figure will be of thermometer, right? But as you know, the type of questions are for 5 to 10 marks, means you have to write more, right? Means you have to at least utilize 1 page, 1.5 page, sometimes 2 or 2.5 page. So that time you should write in such a manner that you occupy so much space. So these, by writing the name of the figure, you will be utilizing 2 more lines, so that will be beneficial for you. And as such, when you do this, your answer looks like the way it is printed in the textbook, and it will be looking very nice. So please write the name of the diagram below the diagram. Then write your answer point wise. It will be very easy for the examiner to read it, understand it, and allocate the marks accordingly. Use technical words while writing answer. Every answer will have the soul of the answer in the technical words. If you don't put the technical words, the soul of the answer is gone. So please write all the technical words which are involved in that particular answer. And sometimes these technical words are the soul, so you should underline that. Okay, so then underline the heading of the answer. Please give a heading to your answer. For example, working, construction of the some, like for example, thermometer. Okay, so the working of the thermometer or construction of some equipments, underline that. Okay, so it will give the examiner the way to understand your answer, and also he gets the feel that you know the content very nicely, very properly, because you have understood the question very properly. Okay, very nicely. So please write the heading of your answer and underline it also. Also the important lines of your answer, please underline that. Okay, because then the focus of the examiner will be on those lines where you have underlined. For the words which you have underlined, which is the technical words, which is the soul of the answer, so that he will be able to give marks based on those points. Okay, so when you know what are the important points, what are the important words, please underline that. Leave line, at least 2 after each answer. Some students, they don't leave line. So what happens, the examiner, once he checks, he wants to give marks, or you want to put a tick mark, the answers are written so close to each other that he is not able to write his comments or tick mark or marks. So please leave at least 2 lines before any answer, okay, and after the answer. But if you want to leave more line, but it should not be more than 3 lines. Okay, so 2 to 3 lines is okay, because if you leave 4 lines, then examiner will feel that he is leaving more line just to create more number of supplements. So please don't do that. Okay, Then start the main question on a new page. For example, once your question number 1 is over, go to the next page. If you have written 5 to 7 lines on one page, don't write question number 2 there. Go on next page, write the question number 2 on the next page. Start on the next page, because it will be very easier for the examiner to allocate marks question wise. So it will be easier for him to do the addition work later on. Then solve at least 2 papers, one old, one new, before you go for examination. Solve means not solve it completely by writing it down. You can review those, okay, whether you know all the answers, whether you have the corresponding notes for those questions, whether you have learned those particular questions. So which 2 question paper you should review? First, when your syllabus got changed, after the syllabus there was a paper, okay, for example 2015 the syllabus got changed, and immediately after the syllabus change there would be a paper. To take that paper and take the latest paper, for example 2018, the last examination which took place, that particular question paper is the latest, take that. So at least once you review these 2 papers before going to examination, you are confident enough that you are prepared for the examination. Okay, it gives lots of confidence to go for examination. Okay, then use good pen before during examination. A good pen will give good handwriting, clearer handwriting. A pen, okay, which starts leaking or gives a some blot on the question paper or answer paper, so it is not good. So have a good pen, not costly, but a good pen which gives a handwriting which is clearer for reading. Okay, because some pens are so light that you will not able to read it. Okay, and some pen which are start leaking or gives blot on the answer sheets. So please use a good pen, not costly but a good pen. Then write important formulas, okay, which are important in terms of solving those problems which will be coming in the examination. Possibly these formulas are very important, or it is possible that you will forget these formulas later on. So please write it on the answer sheet, but check. Sometimes what happens, the examiner says don't write anything on the answer sheet before the question papers are given, because if you do that then it may be considered as copying. So please check how is the examiner and what is the condition, and accordingly you can write. But whatever you do, please write these things by pencil, because later on you can rub that. And one more point, that is leave margin at least on the right side of the paper and at the bottom of the paper, because when the papers are bundled once you do your examination, the papers are bundled with rubber, and then it goes to the examiner with that, and then examiner removes the rubber, checks the paper, and again puts the rubber. So while checking, for example, if because of this rubber, if the corners are toned, so it will get difficult for him for checking work. So please leave a space on the right hand side or put a margin, and at the bottom also. Some people do at the top, bottom, left side, right side, that's also fine, but minimum on the right side and at the bottom of the paper, okay, bottom side. Please leave some space or draw margin, so that will be better. So these are few points which according to me are important while writing the examination. Okay, so best of luck for your examination. Hope you like this video. We will again meet in the next video very soon. Till then, goodbye.